Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a ton of new stuff to go over, Legends EA information to take a look at, also some new rumors regarding Generation 10, Pokemon Wind and Wave. We're going to be breaking that down as well. There's a lot of things to take a look at today, so if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, we're going to be taking a look at this post from Soul Silver Art saying, now that it's December and Riddler has riddled that the Pokemon Legends EA news was pushed back from October to January, it means it's highly possible that in just a little over a month, the Pokemon Legends EA starters, the box art, the pre-order bonuses, or even new Mega Evolutions could be revealed. Again, I think if we do get a trailer in January, definitely going to be the starters, going to get the box art. Pre-orders, I think they're going to wait until Pokemon Day because that's going to be a much bigger trailer. That's going to probably reveal new Mega Evolutions and stuff like that. So I think pre-order bonuses are going to be at the end of the February trailer, and then after that, all of the websites that kind of sell the game will also then start putting up their pre-order bonuses and stuff like that. But I think January trailer, definitely starters and box art as well. The long-awaited trailer might be so close now, and then soon after we will get even more news on Pokemon Day, which of course is the 27th of February. For me, it makes sense that they would want to drop the January news as far from Pokemon Day as possible too, so my guess is that we could get it the second week of January. I mean, that's exactly what I've been saying as well. Like, it doesn't really make sense to have no information for 11 months and then drop a trailer in January and then drop a trailer the month after. I have no idea why they've postponed the January trailer, because it's like October to January, it's not like a massive amount of time, and as well as that, the Terror Leak hasn't leaked anything about Legends EA. There's not any damage that's been done to the Legends EA game. Again, they could leak it at any time, they always could do that, but they've said they're not going to do that, and they haven't done it as of right now. So for me, that, I don't know, maybe it's damage control or something like that, but I feel like the trailer is already ready to go from October, so maybe they're going to change it a little bit and then drop it in January. But it's like 11 months of nothing and then just back-to-back trailers. Look, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know why they're doing it like that, but for me, like, just drop it now. I just don't know why they're just waiting so long. But yeah, because obviously we are getting the trailer in February on the 27th, it does make more sense to drop the January trailer as soon as possible. So we could literally be like a month away. Like, it's so close now, according to Riddler anyway. But if they want to be wild, they could even do it late on New Year's week. Either way, seems we just have to hold on a bit longer. Hopefully the Pokemon Company didn't push all the news back to Pokemon Day. Riddler's source about trailer dates hasn't been the most solid, but I still trust Q himself. I'd say there's an 85% chance. Plus, the Pokemon Company have recently dropped big Pokemon news in January before Pokemon Day a few times now. Sword and Shield DLC, Legends Arceus, so there's precedent for it. Keep the hope alive. So, yeah, I mean, the only, like, Sword and Shield DLC, they kind of dropped stuff about that, but that's because it's DLC and the release dates for that, they'd already been, like, revealed and stuff like that. And then Legends Arceus, it came out in January, so that's kind of why they dropped information for that. I think there's a different bit. This is a little bit of a different situation because we have nothing about Legends EA. Like, we'd already got information about these things before the trailers in January for these two specific situations. For Legends EA, we've had nothing. We've had literally, Pokemon have not tweeted a single thing out. They've not posted a single thing about this game from right now 10 months. But it's going to be, if we do get a trailer in January, near enough 11 months, which is absolutely wild. Like, it's been such a dry spell. It's been such radio silence. They could have easily been like, I don't know, just reference it, you know, just be like, Legends EA is, you know, I don't know, just drop an image of it or something. It's just wild that they've been so radio silent about it for so long. And again, we do know that it was originally supposed to be in 2024. It got pushed back to 2025. But they would have had like some sort of plan surely for 2024, but it is really weird. It's absolutely mad. It's annoying as hell, but it is what it is. We're apparently going to be very close. If Riddler is correct, if he's wrong, and then it's like we know we're guaranteed news in February regardless. But anyway, that's the Pokemon Legends EA stuff. Nintendo Soup has tweeted out this about the Nintendo Switch 2, saying, rumor, more evidence of Switch 2 undergoing mass production surface. So obviously we've just gone over the kind of the allegedly leaked Joy-Con images of the Nintendo Switch 2, and then within that was those comments where the leaker of those images said that the production wasn't going to be ready by March, like they're not producing enough for it to be released in March, which again is what a different leak is saying for the Nintendo Switch 2. But then we have another kind of rumor or leak saying that there's more evidence of Switch 2 undergoing mass production. So there's like loads of leakers out there. Some are saying it's not going to happen. Some are saying it is going to happen. I mean, some of them are going to be right and some of them are going to be wrong. But this is more information about it apparently being mass produced, which apparently is what's going on right now, which is good for a January announcement, which again is still apparently what's going to be the situation. So rumor, more evidence of Switch 2 undergoing mass production surface. So a few months back, a rumor surfaced that the successor to the Nintendo Switch had begun mass production, reportedly under the name Nintendo Switch 2. Now another report has emerged to reinforce this claim. According to FamiBoard's user LIC via Necrofelipe, an assembly company hired by Nintendo has received a shipment of 800,000 units of the NVIDIA T239 SoC system on a chip back in September 2024. The T329 was previously rumored to be part of the Switch successor's components, and the new report has led many to more strongly believe that the Switch 2 is in mass production. These reports also line up with other rumors that have been swirling around the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit, which claim that Nintendo intends to reveal the console in January 2025 and release it in March 2025. However, said rumors are from sources whose credibility is suspect, so we caution readers to take this all with a grain of salt. So this is the actual post on the Necrofelipe page that says the successor to the Nintendo Switch still remains a matter of information, with very few official details from Nintendo itself, which promises an announcement by the end of March 2025. However, tracking data on shipments between factories and assemblers that are contracted by Nintendo have become a great way to monitor the progress of both the production of the new console and some of the technical specifications about its components. So user LIC, known mainly on the FamiBoards forum, continues to gather information about these shipments, and in new research already published on the forum and authorized by him for our sharing here at Universo Nintendo, reported that Nvidia would have shipped more than 836,000 units of the system on a chip T239 to a single Nintendo contract assembler in Vietnam, according to data collected until September 2024. The SoC has already been confirmed as part of the Nintendo Switch 2, and this large number of shipments could be an indication that factories are preparing to assemble the system while mass producing its components since at least the end of September this year. And then we have Thractor, another forum user, estimated that Nintendo has shelled out around $47 million to Nvidia for the production and delivery of the SoCs in this batch that will integrate its new console, reinforcing the positive results that the company reported to its recent fiscal quarter, mainly pointing to the gaming sector that unites its video cards and cards for dedicated consoles. The company only supplies components of this type to Nintendo. LIC also pointed out in its research that more components registered significant shipment numbers until September of this year, such as RAM memory modules, so 803,500 units, divided between manufacturers Micron, Samsung, and Hynix. In addition to the UFS storage, which is 290,000 units, divided between suppliers Kioxia and Hynix. The next report on shipments between factories assemblers that is due to be shared in early December, covering the numbers recorded in October, is expected to bring more news regarding the mass production or assembly of Nintendo's new console. So that should be very soon, because we're obviously early December now. So if it's just more and more units that are being shipped out from, because that was from September, so obviously October is going to be kind of posted about very, very soon in December. So if it's even more units getting sold, shipped out and stuff like that, then it's positive to think that we are going to get an announcement very, very soon in the release following that. So really good information coming out about the Nintendo Switch 2 today. But let me know your thoughts on all that. Are you going to be picking it up as soon as it comes out, or are you going to wait a little bit? But that's all that. Moving on, we do have a pretty big rumor to go over about Pokemon Generation 10. Once again, this was posted on Monday, the 2nd of December, should I say. And it is just titled Pokemon Gen 10, posted by Anonymous. And they say the games are going to be called Pokemon Wind and Pokemon Wave. Now, there has been talk about these names from the Terra Leak. Again, we don't know that they are going to be what they are called, but that's what kind of people are putting together kind of putting 2 and 2 together about what we know about it. Again, this is all dependent on if it's going to be like a Greek region or not, which again is looking likely to be the case, but again, we don't know until it gets confirmed. The region is based on the islands of Greece, including part of Attica, and then the starters are going to be grass dog that evolves into a grass ghost werewolf. It's my favorite design of the 3. A fire deer, which evolves into a fire fairy centaur that shoots fire arrows. I like it. And then a water snake that evolves into a water psychic medical snake. My least favorite, but a decent design. So we're going to get a grass ghost werewolf, a fire fairy centaur, and then a water psychic snake. So they sound pretty cool. I wouldn't mind that at all. It says the Wind's legendary is a Pegasus, is pure flying. Wave's legendary is a Hippocampus pure water. In Pokemon Wind, you fly from island to island with a legendary Pegasus. In Pokemon Wave, you sail from island to island with a legendary Hippocampus. That sounds kind of cool. So it does give you different sort of traversal options depending on which game you get. And I guess it just makes them a little bit more unique as well. Again, we're expecting Generation 10 to be open world, and that you are going to be able to go to these different islands, probably in any order that you want, if they are going to follow what Generation 9 did. And again, Generation 9, even though in the small space that is Twitter, was received relatively badly in terms of the lag and the glitches and the bugs and whatever, in the grand scheme of things, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet did very, very well, especially because they are now they're going to be the second best-selling Pokemon games of all time. In fact, they might already be that, if I remember correctly. Obviously, Red and Blue is the top, but I think Scarlet and Violet actually might be second. They might be the best-selling games in Japan right now. I can't actually remember, but they're doing very, very well. They're selling very, very well, and so Pokemon are probably going to want to replicate that, which was always going to be the case. I mean, an open-world Pokemon game was always going to do well. The adventure starts in the big city of the region with one of the goals to defeat the 8 gym leaders located on some of the dozens of islands. And then it says the villain team is a group of paranoid philosophers. So some of the new Pokemon are a normal goat, which I assume would be the regional, I guess, normal type. There's going to be a bug ant, a grass ice mint, a grass fairy laurel wreath, a fire fairy Olympic flame, and a rock fairy marble humanoid statue, male and female. There's going to be a water mimic octopus, a water grass sponge, an electric poison Pika clone, a psychic sphinx, which in wind evolves into flying, and then I assume on water evolves into ground. So a lot of inanimate objects getting Pokemon in this game, which I'm not a massive fan of. I'm not really a huge advocate of inanimate objects becoming Pokemon. Like, a lot of them aren't very good in my opinion. I'd much rather them based on like actual creatures and stuff. Like, I don't know, just seeing like a chair flying around is just gonna be like really weird. But either way, says there's going to be a regional Meowth. So another regional Meowth, that'd be what, like the third one? Which is going to be normal water with new evolution. Brings good luck to fishermen. Regional Golett, which is going to be Steel Ghost. Regional Seal with a new evolution, which is going to be Water Fire. And a regional Pidove, which is going to be Fairy Flying. And then it says there's going to be a Tyrogue Runner evolution. So we're going to get another Hitmon. And then a Noctowl evolution being Psychic and Flying. A lot of regional birds are getting things in this game. So Noctowl getting an evolution, and then obviously Pidove getting a regional form. And then we're also going to get Macargo, which is going to be an evolution steel type, a fire steel type. We're getting a lot of rumors covering Macargo recently. I don't know why. And then it says Pokelympics is a mini game that increases the stats and affection of Pokemon. That'd be kind of cool. And then crossbreeding is a phenomena that starts from the WW games. Wind and Wave. Like regional variants in Pokemon Sun and Moon. One crossbreeding is between Tauros and Machop, but it's a whole new kind of Pokemon. So that's going to be weird, interesting. Mega's return from Pokemon Legends ZA, but with some rules in competitive scene. Or also, there's no new Mega Evolutions, though, in Generation 10. So that's very similar to Sun and Moon, where Sun and Moon had Mega Evolutions, as well as the gimmick of Z moves, but there was no new Mega Evolutions, and they were post-game. So I honestly think that Generation 10 is going to have Mega Evolutions. I'd be surprised if they didn't have it, simply because Legends ZA is not going to be an online competitive game, so all these new Mega Evolutions you're just not going to be able to use in Legends ZA really online. You're only going to be able to use them in the story, and they're a competitive aspect of Pokemon. So Generation 10 will include its own gimmick, but I think, yeah, the post-game will probably have Mega Evolutions as well. Because if you get like a Mega Greninja and you can never use it online, it's going to suck. So yeah, I think they will incorporate that, and then you'll probably be able to just do your Mega Evolution and whatever the gimmick is going to be in Generation 10, which I still think is Fusion. I still think it's going to be Fusion. They've kind of hinted towards Fusion a lot in recent games and recent generations. And I'm not saying every Pokemon fuses with every Pokemon, because that would just be ridiculous, the amount of thousands and thousands of different Pokemon that they could make. I'm talking about there's going to be like 20 specific fusions, like, I don't know, Charizard fuses with Blastoise, you know, but it can't fuse with, you know, like Venusaur or something like that. So there'd be a specific design for Blastoise and Charizard. I don't know how that would work in terms of game mechanics and what that would mean for your party. Would that mean that you'd lose 2 Pokemon if you lost that fusion? Potentially. But yeah, having a fusion mon and then a Mega Evolution mon in a team would be, I think it'd be a cool gimmick. And I think it's going to be fusion, personally. It will be released on Pokemon's 30th anniversary, by far the best game in the franchise. So yeah, I mean, I don't mind this rumor. Again, the Generation 10 stuff, we've been covering a lot of Gen 10 stuff lately. I don't know why we're getting so many Generation 10 rumors. It allegedly is going to be revealed on Pokemon Day, apparently, according to various sources, in 2025, which again is a year before the 30th anniversary, so that's still up in the air. But I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'd love some Generation 10 news soon. But let me know your thoughts on this rumor. Let me know your thoughts on the Switch 2 stuff as well. And also, Legends ZA, do you think we're going to get a trailer in January or not? But that's everything from me. If you enjoyed, drop a like, stride at 500, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.